Critical Role is backed into a corner, big D&D Miniature news, and a Pathfinder video game release date. Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekend news rundown. Today, we're talking about the latest Critical Role episode, a boatload of D&D news, and the release date of the new Pathfinder video game. Remember, if you like these kinds of news stories, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
Let's do this.
Bell's Hells is backed into a corner on the latest episode of Critical Role as the adventuring group finds itself on a hostile moon and are convinced that Odahan Thul is about to attack them. The episode ended on a cliffhanger, with the party unsure if and where Odahan would attack, but we got another clear sign that Travis is about done with Chetney as he once again volunteered his character to serve as a distraction in case Odahan attacks, knowing that Chetney wouldn't survive.
Well, let's just call it out then. I'm kind of volunteering. That could be a distraction in a worst case scenario, just in case we get in there.
Another big note, the cast now seems reluctant to fight the Ruby Vanguard directly, as they've discovered that the group appears to be made up of brainwashed people who are deprived of simple comforts, so they may need to find another track on how to stop Predathos from, eating all those gods.
Stay tuned for this and more.
D&D is bringing back another classic villain in Vecna Eve of Ruin. This week, Whiz Kids revealed that Miska the Wolf Spider would be returning to the adventure. Miska is an infamous demon lord with the head and chest of a demon, the body of a giant spider, and two wolf heads tacked onto the abdomen of the spider for good measure. He has a long history with the Rod of Seven Parts, having originally been imprisoned in Pandemonium by the Rod during an attempt to wage war against the forces of good. No word on what role Miska is playing, but since the adventure involves the Rod of Seven Parts, we got a pretty good idea of what he'll be doing, and let's face it, he's got a pretty freaking cool miniature as well. Speaking of Whiz Kids, the company has also announced two other big D&D products. The first is a $399 figure of Bahamut, bringing the good dragon god to life along with his friendly wizard alter ego Fizban.
Pretty cool.
Arkham Horror is getting a tabletop role-playing game. This week, Edge Studios, the RPG arm of Asmodee, announced they were making an RPG version of Arkham Horror, the company's popular Lovecraftian franchise. The game will use a dice pool system mechanic for checks and will focus on cults, magic, and unspeakable horrors. Expect the game to come out in August, just in time for Gen Con.
I can't wait.
Steamforged and Kobold Press are teaming up to make a Tales of the Valiant starter set. Steamforged is making the new box set to help teach the Black Flag system, a sort of expanded 5e rule set that was launched shortly after the OGL debacle. Steamforged does make a series of pretty nifty epic encounter box sets and has slowly been growing their tabletop RPG line with games like Dark Souls and RuneScape Kingdom.
Very neatly put, Chief.
Finally, we have a release date for BKOM's Pathfinder Gallows Spire Survivors. That's a video game. This new video game will launch out of early access on April 4th, adding new mechanics like a dash feature and a potion belt, along with a new collectible card system that provides permanent buffs. The game will be available on Steam next month, so get ready. Well, that's all the news that we have for today. Let us know what your favorite comment was in the comments section.